A mysterious asteroid has landed on Earth and created a colorful, translucent barrier that is expanding. Humanity has sent teams of people through what is being called the Shimmer to investigate the phenomenon and bring back samples for study. Only one man has made it out of the Shimmer alive, and his life hangs in the balance if his wife is able to figure out a solution to keep him alive. So, does Annihilation deliver on a science fiction thriller, or does the Shimmer fade to gray? Let's dive in and take a look in this review. Alex Garland returns to the science fiction world of cinema. He continues his stories, which are examinations about what it means to be alive. However, this story is much more nuanced than Ex Machina, which was a bit straightforward. Initially, at the start of this film, we aren't really sure kind of what's going on. We have a general idea, but we're not really sure kind of what's happening in this world because of how everything jumps around with the story, moving between timelines. And unfortunately, it takes almost half the movie to really sink into the meat of the main timeline so that we really understand what's going on, what the stakes are, and who is involved with this story. Much time is given to the backstory and the emotional motivations of the character Lena, who is played by Natalie Portman. And I feel a lot of that screen time was unnecessary, even though she is the main character and we would expect her character to have the most screen time. Because this film has a runtime of just under 2 hours, I feel like a lot of those backstory sequences could be completely cut to kind of even lessen the runtime, even though it is under 2 hours. As well as, we can cut out some of those other scenes where it shows us that we're at the end of the movie, even though we don't realize that's the confirmed ending of the film until the ending of the film. But using context clues, even at the beginning, we know, oh, this sequence is going to tie us to the end of the film. In all though, this movie does a really good job exploring the concept of what it means to create life. The alien presence on Earth is reshaping life within the Shimmer. And it's doing this based on what it perceives, but in a creative and occasionally terrifying way. The world within the Shimmer was everything I literally hoped for from what I saw in the trailers. It was beautiful and horrifying all at the same time. The world also had 3 different aesthetics, so the time and attention paid to creating the world within the Shimmer was spectacular. The daytime looked like we were walking through a dream. The evenings were dark and dangerous. The finale, on the beach, was beautiful and imaginative. Again, the time spent just developing this world within the Shimmer, spectacular, knocked it out of the park, loved it so much. Curiously though, the characters in this film didn't feel as real as the world within the Shimmer. I found that to be kind of odd. Each of the characters, if I had to draw a comparison, reminded me of the characters that you meet in like a Predator franchise, where you know that they're not going to make it out by the end of the film, so you're literally just sitting there watching them going, you're gonna be dead soon. And the whole point of watching them is for them to either add a moment of comedy, a moment of tension, some insight to develop and move the main character forward in the story. But ultimately, we're just left watching, waiting to see how ultimately they're going to die. However, even though they didn't really feel 100% real in this story, their screen time was enjoyable. And each of their characters was unique enough that their characters were enjoyable as well. To summarize, the world within the Shimmer, written incredibly well. The other characters outside of Portman, not so much. And I won't go into spoilers on this show either about how all of these characters eventually eat it, because that's actually one of the more creative aspects in storytelling for this particular film. Annihilation is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I am going to recommend a big screen viewing of this film if you enjoy science fiction movies or films that will make you think. This film, just like Alex Garland's last film, is written so well that you can't help but want to talk about it once you leave the theater. This film is about creating life, new life, from existing life. It explores the idea of arriving somewhere new, slowly integrating into that world. But as you're integrating, you're slowly consuming everything and taking over, thus creating something new from the old. Also, this review wouldn't be complete if I didn't give you this warning. Once Natalie Portman's character hits the beach, don't leave the theater. This is not the time for a refill. Do not go use the restroom. Stay in your seat. The ending might surprise you. The ending might confuse you. The ending might impress and wow you. The ending of this film could do a lot of things, but it will for sure get you talking once you leave the theater. And because of that, I feel like it did deliver on what it intended to deliver on as a film. So, it's getting both high fives from this guy. Annihilation is playing at your local movie theater right now. Check it out. Hi, I'm Jeremy Brunansky, and you've just finished watching a movie review on Brunansky's Vlog. Along with the movie reviews and the weekly show, we also do the Certified Rad segments and the movie news breakdown, which you may want to check out. All right, everybody, we'll see you next Monday for a brand new episode of Brunansky's Vlog, Monday morning, 10 a.m. PST. See you there. Have a great week.